want to grow as a grower? Are you tired of being put to sleep by your educational growcasts? Are you tired of hearing about products you don't fucking want and can't afford? Are you tired of being told how you should grow? Hi, I'm Johnny Apple, and joining me is everyone's favorite amphibian, the Reverend Pirate Frog. Join us as we sift through the bullshit on the internet and try to get better as growers. This is your average grow.
Hey, dude.
Hey, man, what's up?
Not much. I'm just relaxing after our circle recording. What's up with you?
Oh, man, fucking trying to do the same. Put the garden back together, trying to come up with a whole bunch of different plans to get the stuff taken care of, you know? So,
Well, fucking tell me about it, dude.
all right, well, we'll lead with the propagation tent. Right now it is, so I've got a cut of the 3 banana milks that are left. They're already rooted in solo cups with soil and whatever, so they're chilling. Still working on getting roots on the other 4 cuts of the 5 skunk plants. I only got 1 with roots.
When did you cut those?
Fuck, it's been a while.
How long's a while?
Let me pull up the pictures, because
You can just guess.
it's got to have been
like
a couple
2
weeks at least. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
at least probably.
Do you have any? How are you doing those? Are they similar? Are they in the cloner or are they in a solo cup?
They're in the cloners too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I clone everything in the arrow cloner first, and then we move to solo cups with soil and stuff in it after that.
And your cloner was just down for a little while, wasn't it?
It was down for cleaning. It was down, yeah, because I had got the banana milks, but right as soon as the banana milks had rooted, I put the skunks in.
Okay.
Yeah, and then so I got 3 moms, basically 3 potential moms from the banana milks. I'm pretty sure it's going to be number 1, just based on what I'm smelling in flower here.
That's awesome. What's it smell like? You can't just say that and not give us any hints.
Man, it is so tough to describe, but it's got like I just keep going back to grapefruit.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, like
Big
really
green
bitter,
guys know
sour
to hear
grapefruit.
that.
Yeah, I know. I immediately thought of him when I fucking smelled it, when I identified it as potentially being a grapefruit aroma.
So this is the most vigorous, the best smelling, by far the healthiest, and the only thing we need now is to make sure that it smokes good, right?
That's it, man.
That's awesome. That would be a blessing, considering the pathway to getting her to that step has been
A pain in the ass.
That's a nice way to say it.
She fought her way through my fucked up life, let's just say that. Everything
She's
I
a
threw at her,
survivor.
she was it, yeah. The other thing is, we have one of the skunks as like a potential winner too, the number 10, the one we put in the 2x4. That thing she's a potential winner as well.
That's the bonsai one, right?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
She
Those are
loves
both
lower
beautiful.
light conditions. She just thrives in low light, man. She gets all fucking spindly like that and just maneuvers. She's the same thing in the propagation tent that I fucking like. She just loves the low light conditions. She's happy with it. So something
on.
to take note of.
That's pretty cool.
But yeah, so I top dressed all the other 4. So the other 4 phenos aren't looking the healthiest. They're in the 4x4 at Dad's. I didn't top dress. I gave it some calcium as well, just thinking like something's missing in there. Without going right for the soil sample on that one, I was just like, all right, let's just reevaluate here. Let's give it a little calcium, see how they respond to that, and then go from there. Because there's a lot of soil in that. I can't imagine too much has been depleted. I think I've top dressed it twice.
I'd hope not. I mean, that's one of the biggest batteries you can get.
Yeah, it's like 70 gallons worth of soil almost.
Jeez.
Yep. But so then The Mango Smile I have in a solo cup. She's looking okay, and the Hella Jelly and the new seed she's looking okay too. So
That mango smile, you said you were thinking about throwing it in the earth box?
plot twist, yeah.
Uh-oh.
So when I was getting everything, just trying to put it together, and I've been just taking my time, just resetting and reevaluating everything, and just thinking about the way my life is right now, and my grow, and just the past grows that I've had. I've decided two things. One, it's going to be one earth box, one autoflower, one 2x4. I'm
Right
going to
on.
keep airflow, and I'm going to do passive intake. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to have just exhaust fans on that. It's just that. Just back to the basics, real simple. One earth box, one autoflower. That's what it's going to be. That's going to slow things down for me tremendously. So that's also going to do two things. It's going to limit me on what I can grow for autoflower. So I'm going to be real selective on one autoflower that I grow, just for, or maybe just do two smaller ones. We'll see,
Yeah.
but it's only going to be one earth box for now.
Yeah, so you got to
Um,
get a bigger yielder.
Yeah. Either a bigger, it doesn't even have to be that. I just want to continue to grow autoflowers. It doesn't even
Yeah.
have to be about the yield. It's just about the grow with that tent.
Well,
So it's just like,
yeah, that's true.
I
I
I
guess
don't need to
I
push anything if I don't need the medicine with that one. So it's just like,
yeah,
well, I'm going to slow that one down a little bit.
I guess I worded it poorly, but there are some genetics where you can just get great plants with an earth box. So,
Yeah, for sure.
that I guess that's a better way of saying it.
Yeah. Like smaller plants.
Yeah.
Yeah. The other 2x4, the one that's next to it, the one that had the mystery plant in it. So the one I'm talking about originally was the 2x4 I had all the tangies in, or the tangy and the Top Gun. That's going to
Yeah.
continue to be the autoflower 2x4.
Right on.
Um, and then so the one that was next to it that was gonna be the clone tent, and said, well, I don't really need a clone tent. We could grow this one, and the mystery was in there, and that thing's gone. So it's going to go back to being a clone tent again, finally.
Right on.
With an anticipation that I'm going to grow, Jesus Lord. I'm going to make a DIY arrow cloner.
Oh hell yeah! Do you want to explain that at all, or are you still working on it?
No, so yeah, we could talk about it.
Fuck yeah.
The the basics is 40-gallon tote, so it's almost as big as the bottom of an entire 2x4. The top of this specific tote that I got has 50 squares in it, so I should be able to make a 50-space cloner. I ordered, I think it's a 600-gallon aquarium pump.
Oh hell
And
yeah.
then I was at with one of the big box stores and just grabbed some half-inch PVC pipe to make a manifold for myself. Ordered the sprayer nozzles right on Amazon and some of the foam inserts, and hopefully the plan is to make a video out of the DIY thing, to do some explaining and maybe show off what we're doing here with the arrow cloner. But we'll see
Oh
how that
yeah.
goes. We'll see how much ambition we actually got to make a video.
Yeah.
But
It's great in theory, but we'll
theory,
see
yeah.
how it is in practice. But no, I'm stoked. It's gonna be awesome, man.
Yeah, so just I got one. I'll have one fan in there. It doesn't really need anything. It's just gonna have the exhaust fan. I'm always gonna have it set on one. It's basically just gonna be a 2x4 tent that's a fucking clone dome. Because an aeroponics, you don't really need a dome over top of it. So I'm
Yeah, it's
just
cool, and
gonna
it
fucking wing it, man. Yeah.
also keeps it simpler for when you get busy or you got something going on. You don't have so much.
Exactly. I just had way too much going on,
Yeah,
man. I
man.
was way overgrowing, way overdoing everything.
Yeah,
I mean, the plan was there, but then I just tried to maximize the
every
entire
inch.
plan. Yeah,
Yeah,
where it's like, I don't have to do that. Just step it back. You don't have to push your plants to the max. I don't have to full everything. I've got enough space to get plenty of medicine.
yeah.
The problem
Just
is
do.
I keep losing it because I'm overdoing it. So just
Yep.
fucking smoke a J and chill, bro.
Exactly, man. In a quest for maximum efficiency, you screwed yourself yet again. It happens time and time again.
Yep. So, But yeah, I think what's going to happen is that Mango Smile is going to go in that earth box.
Hell yeah.
I just looked. So I did the double solo cup method, the
How old is
Captain
it right now?
Autoflowers method. I want to say a couple weeks as well.
Okay,
But
sweet. So
I had stunted it with overdoing the light, and it looks like it's kind of like, oh, okay, I just had a bad couple days. Maybe everything's okay. So I'm thinking maybe I caught it. I might have something here to be able to transplant. It looks like we're getting approaching transplant time.
right
So
on.
we'll see. I did the double solo cup method,
Oh,
Captain
sweet.
Autoflowers method.
Captain
So I looked
Autoflower. Shout out.
today, and I do have roots like coming down to the bottom of the cup. So I think like it's gonna be soon.
Yeah, soon like today.
Yeah.
Right
Yep.
on.
So I got the tent set up, and I'm trying to get my VPD dialed in. I'm going to see what temperatures I can get. I cut it down. I didn't do 3 lights in there. I don't need 3 fucking of those lights, so I cut it down to 2. They're both at 75. I'm measuring out around 200 ppfd.
Okay.
So, and I figured a plant at 200 or a plant of that age at 200 ppfd is going to be good.
Should be
So,
fine, right?
yeah. Seems like an ideal range. What I'm most worried about is getting the temps up there, because I'm running a passive intake. I have the exhaust fan always set to 1 at least.
What is it on? What is it passively when you just have the light and the exhaust fan on? Like nothing else. What is it in that tent?
Hold on, let me look. I got it up to 75 right now temperature.
Oh, that's not bad.
It's not terrible. So I just, if I get it there and that's where it wants to be at the 75, I'll just match the humidity to that and go from there.
Yeah. That's what I'm doing in both my tents right now, or I started doing before. We'll talk about it later, but yeah. So that's awesome.
Sweet. I'm hopeful. I like to see the 80s, but they don't get up into the 80s until I can crank the lights up.
Yeah.
Well, the other thing is too is I spent some time.
It'll
I
also get
insulated
up.
that.
I was going to start to interrupt, but it'll also get up to the 80s as you get warmer in the seasons here.
It should for sure. It'll be easier because I'll be air conditioning at that point. Yeah. But when the temps are cool like this, it's hard to get it up. But I did end up insulating that fucking garage door.
Yeah, a beautiful job too. Why don't you explain how you did it?
So I wanted to be able to, like, for resale value, if I end up selling my house someday or whatever, just be able to have this as a garage, but also offer it as an office, like originally as an office, because I got a big barn out back, so there is garage space if you need it. But some people like to be able to pull their cars into a garage and get their groceries out. So I wanted to be able to offer that as well. So I just framed in a wall in front of my garage door, insulated it, and then covered it up with some like T111, like made some artificial looking barn doors.
They look great, the doors, dude.
Thanks. I don't know what I'm going to do, if I'm going to paint them or stain them or what, but yeah, I thought they looked pretty cool for what I was trying to achieve. I was more so interested in the insulation than anything else, but
No, but for a quick and easy job, you did a wonderful job. May I recommend if you paint it green?
I wish. If my house wasn't such an ugly color, I would.
Green it will always improve.
No doubt.
But yeah, have you noticed an improvement in your insulation?
The other thing I did too is I also threw in like an attic tent thing. I forget. Somebody sent me one.
I'm sorry.
I think it's Strong Island.
Do you think attic tent thing is gonna ring any fucking bells for me?
No, yeah, I'm getting there. It's an attic fan, or not an attic fan, but like it covers up your attic stairs. It's like a tent that's insulated as well.
Okay.
I had found one at the local box store. Somebody else had recommended one to me. I want to say Strong Island, maybe.
Very possibly. He always has great information.
Oh yeah, it was Strong
Great
Island.
dude. Yeah.
So when I was at the big box store, they had something very similar, so I just grabbed that and I popped that up over. That seems to help too. But there for sure is a lack of insulation in that attic. When I got up there and actually started moving around, it's like, oh yeah, this shit's gone. So I think come spring and I can take some time and get up in there and get some better insulation in the attic in this grow space. It will definitely help as well.
Right on. Have I asked, have you noticed any um
Yeah.
immediate? Yeah.
Yeah.
How
So
big
with
of a
doing
swing?
that, I did, and I also turned up the temp, and I am now starting to see like temps in the room around 72, which is where I want to be.
Right on.
Yeah.
Look
So
at that. And you did
yeah,
it so quickly.
I wouldn't say quickly, but a couple weeks.
Well, I meant the door on the garage.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'm
It
not
was
taking
worth.
away.
I mean, it was a
I'm
little
not taking
expensive,
away
but
from your work. Like, I'm not saying you only did like fuck you. You worked like 20 minutes. No,
yeah,
it just was the door was very quickly. Sorry.
yeah. No, I know what you're saying. It seems worth it. It was a little bit of work. It was a little bit of money, but it seems worth it. This grow space needed it. What else am I gonna do?
Yeah.
So, well, what else then? The banana milks. One of those end up Herman. I don't know if we've talked about that yet. So that
I
got
don't. I don't
pulled.
think we have. Which
Okay,
one was? Or we might have. But who?
number
That was
4.
number 4. Yeah.
Yep. Yep, number 4, it hermed on me during all that shit. I found it, and then the PM, and blah, blah, blah. But
That's right.
the other 3 are looking really good, man. They seem to have pulled out. I'm glad I didn't fucking freak and just blast everything and call them and start over. It would have been a major fucking setback. So
Yeah.
just
It's.
slowing down there. That banana milk number 1. I'm telling you, it's so fucking amazing smelling. Ugh. Jesus, so good. So I'm excited,
I'm very
man.
excited. Yeah. I
Yeah,
can't. I can't tell you how happy I am that Reason won out on that one. But
yeah,
it's
no
always
doubt.
good to sleep on those decisions.
Yeah. Uh,
Um. So
and then
other
so
than
the only other things left is that 3x3.
Yeah, I was
Um,
gonna say that other than all of that amazing stuff that you've described, and you did so much work, it almost seems like we're skipping over most of it. But you also have to have one of the greatest mycelium shots I've seen in quite some time.
yeah, that has to be the mustard seed meal. So I chopped down that the cover crop that was in there, and then threw some mustard seed meal on it, and then covered it with black plastic while we were down, while the fucking grow was down. And when I checked it like a week or so later, and I just had to take a picture, I was like, "Holy shit, dude!"
Yeah, I think some of the comments were all the same. Like, man, that could get rid of a body.
Yeah, yeah. How long do you think it would take?
Yeah, exactly. No, it's amazing. So I don't know. Did you've decided fully what you're putting in there now? Then it sounds right.
So I think what's gonna happen is I'm gonna take the BM1, the skunk 10, and the hella jelly that's left over. I'm gonna take those 3 and put them in there to get things going.
Hell
You know,
yeah,
like a preemptive selection.
yeah. That's
So
awesome.
yeah, just to get things going. I've already got them. They're already there. It's like, why not? Just get things going. Get that fucking soil back, having plants in it, and yeah, man.
Eh,
So
Yeah, That's super. Super exciting. I'm really excited to see how that bed does.
me too. Now that like with that soil test and shit,
Hmm.
it's yeah.
It's gonna be golden. Do you have any future plans yet, or are you just stoked on what you got going?
I haven't really had a chance to think about future plans yet.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, so
Nor
it's
should you.
just I really probably should start thinking what blueberry I'm gonna run.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
but
Joint just had his drop. Everybody go grab it if there's any left.
hell yeah.
Um, but yeah, so you got to decide that. But well, let's just play that by
Yeah.
ear.
Just want to get things back going, get things normalized, and
Yeah.
Yep.
have a little have everything copacetic for a little while.
Yeah, just chill for a little bit. Focus back on the basics and focus on this new grow space.
Hell yeah.
It's something I forgot because I had like gotten used to where the tents were, so it was like set it and forget it because I just
Mm-hmm.
knew how to operate each tent in its space. Now it's all in one space. It's a little bit different, and I didn't take it back to basics, and it bit me.
Yeah, it will. And I mean, especially because not only are you moving to a new space, but you're also doing it as your seasons change. And from what I'm told and have read, apparently that's a thing. But you guys experience extreme culture or like season changes. Blew
Yeah,
my mind.
extreme.
Yeah, that's crazy. I didn't know that water could freeze. But no, it's so having to do that and it's in a new environment as well. It's like doing the simple things on hard mode
Yeah, right.
because you didn't know that. Holy crap! I'm losing so much shit through the attic, and that you had to fight for that whole last grow.
I didn't pay attention because it always just felt comfortable when I was in here.
Yeah.
I just probably wasn't in here at the worst possible time, so that shit fucking didn't notice it and wasn't paying attention. Like I wasn't checking my fans, I wasn't checking my AC Infinity fucking readouts. Wasn't so it's totally my fault. Well, what about you, man? What about you're just fucking got yourself reset? How's things going with you?
Good man. It was kind of a weird reset because I did it in two stages, right? Normally when I can't say normally too much because every time I move it's a new experiment with the grow room basically, but especially with new seasons. But I was able to break down one tank completely, but then normally while everything dries and so that I can reset while it's drying. But this time I had the Marleys still while I was drying. So I had all that time, and then finally, when I chopped Marley, I was able to get back into the normal reset. So I got pretty lazy with it, and I finally got everything back together. Planted it as soon as I could with the full moon. My Galaxy and my Juicy both popped, and I was like, "Oh shit, where's my Mango and my Star Fox that Merch sent?" Um, and I realized that I fucking didn't plant them. I don't know what I mean, I know what happened. It was right after that fucking episode where we got super baked, or something. And I was looking, I'm going, this is weird. And I noticed the seed on top of the soil both times. And I was like, motherfucker. Like,
So you just like dropped them on top. You didn't actually like cover them up or nothing. You
yeah, I
just
thought I
like
covered it up.
meant to
Yeah.
like didn't go back to it.
Yep. And I, it was stupid and it was just hilarious because I had just talked about how we were talking about when we start counting days because Galaxy was first and then by morning Juicy was up and I was like, if Mango and this other one come up, and I'll just call that day one. And then I went and looked and saw that and I was like, fuck. Oh, I hate, the only thing that bothers me about it's no big deal. It's just, God, I hate having to remember multiple dates. It's
Yeah.
so nice when I can just everything is a single day. So I was hoping it'd be close enough, but it still hasn't popped. I'll probably go. I checked it last night, and then I had a meeting this morning, so I haven't really checked it yet. But hopefully it's up.
Nice, man.
Yeah,
Nice.
so I've got the Manga Smile, the Galaxy Brain, and the 2x4, the Juicy, and the Cam number 2 to Star Fox in the other tent. So I basically split it evenly at least. So I got one in each tent has popped. So I'm not I didn't screw an entire tent. I screwed one in each individual tent like a true
Nice.
dumbass. Yeah. So that's fun. I'm really excited about this Galaxy Brain. Everybody that I have talked to has said how much they loved it, and almost every single one of the reasons that I really wanted to grow this and I put it up up in order to grow was because I heard it's a phenomenal camping like nature strain.
Yeah, you
And
keep
I
saying that. What makes it that way? Have we discussed that yet? Have I asked you like what
yeah,
makes it about that? Is it just like
we've had this discussion, but it just I'm not the best at describing anything on the spot, especially. But it just being outside feels better, right? Like the sun's better. The brighter, it's warmer. Nature just looks better. But you still have energy to do things like you want to go hike. Like you just feel better outside. At least personally for me, and I think that resonates with a few people because they also described something similar. So I'm really excited about that. Obviously, I'm way late because I was hoping to have it right as we go into spring and summer, but I'll take it. It's not like I can't go camp or do anything in nature whenever I live in Southern California.
Yeah, right. Walk out
All
your
right.
door.
Yeah,
Poor
exactly.
guy.
It's horrible. It was 70 this afternoon when I just walked my dog before this. Had to get ready for this recording, so I took Captain out with some Tangy.
Nice. How'd that walk go?
Wonderful, just
Nice.
an absolute pleasure. Um, my dog's just smarter than me sometimes, so it's super funny to watch him take the routes that he wants to take. Because when we're by ourselves, obviously he'll slip him off the leash and stuff, and he's just like he remembers shortcuts and shit because he's like, man, we've been out here too long. Let's go. Like,
Time to
stop.
go home now.
Yeah, he's like, come on, you stoned motherfucker. Let's go.
Yeah.
Um,
I want my
but
couch back.
yeah, exactly. He's like, I want to go hang out with freaking Megan, man.
Yeah.
But so I'm really excited about that. Obviously, I'm excited about the Mango Smile. Not only is she a parent of Marley's, which is just phenomenal. Like I had on Friday, I had her joint of her with when I walked Captain, and it was like the perfect celebration. It didn't hurt that I was also in a great mood because I got a bunch of work for my machine shop, but I was super stoked on it. It was just like a great thing. So it's also great that I'm growing another mango, and also for the grow together. But I'm really excited about that, and then the juicy to get some Durban. I can't complain, man. I'm also doing my first solo cup grow, so I get to follow in the footsteps of the greats before me and ruin it all.
I'm glad you mentioned the solo cups because I was going to ask you what your plans were for that. What are you going to do with that?
Fuck, man, I don't make plans. I put so I the real one of the good reasons that I did this is because I had too many totes of soil, and I wanted to mix what was left of my Stonington with what was left of my Coco Loco, because I'm no longer going to be growing using that particular style, right? Like I saw a Captain's video one time, and I was like, I'm going to try that this round, and I tried it, and it was cool, but I've moved on to another way, as he even has, so he can't be mad at me. But so I was like, oh fuck it, I need this tote. Basically, what it came down to was I needed room for so I can properly cycle my soil, like that plan that you and I've talked about. And so I needed the tote, so I combined it. So I figured I'd make a couple solo cups of it, so I still had the layer system to try it with in a solo cup. So it's my first time, so I'm excited. I'm gonna do. I planted it. I left so much room to top dress, and I have Cold War Organics from that one run that I was stealing Captain's Thunder for. So I'll try using that. I'm not a fan of using that kind of stuff, but it'll be interesting. It'll give me something to do, because another reason I did it was the earth boxes are wonderful, but I often got bored.
Right.
So it gave me something more to do in the garden. So I'm going to mess around with that kind of stuff. Just see if I can limp to some kind of finish. I'm sure I can't, and I'm sure everybody's listening to this going, well, that guy's an idiot. But that's often the case in my life, so it's half the fun.
Well, at least you'll have some worm castings.
Hell yeah.
Fuck, you just grab a handful and just keep shoving fucking worm castings at it.
That's what I'm hoping. The endless supply of the worm farm and the stuff in my garage. So
Hell yeah, man.
yeah, I mean, it's one of the benefits of doing that we can't even talk about yet. But Yeah, so I'm excited about that. I talked to a couple people in Merch's Discord, and then of course Mac is gonna offer me as much advice as he can. Um, so we'll see.
Nice, man.
I can't complain. I'm really excited about this round. The weather's been cooperating better so far. We when I last time when I got into flower, California had that wild storms where we had like some of the most rainfall we've had in forever. We had storms back to back. It was just crazy. My humidifier was fighting, or dehumidifier was fighting everything. So it's nice to have a little more stability back to kind of a normal February ish for us.
Nice, man.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So, yeah. So I'm excited about that.
Good. I'm glad it fucking. That shit's annoying, man. With the fucking weather, we both don't need to be going through it. At least you can. You're already in paradise. You might as well get the best of it, while the rest of us get fucked.
Yeah, you would assume so. And I had no issues. So even my biggest complaint about all that bullshit was that I just had to spend more on power, really. So it's not the end of the world. And I hate to ever complain about weather if that doesn't affect me. But like our buddy Budkowski, like he has to fight some shit weather sometimes too, dude.
Yeah,
California's a bitch sometimes. Also, the winner of the Frapple Cup that we need to go into detail about. Um, he's in California too, so he knows all about that bullshit. That hermit.
awesome, man. It doesn't matter where you are realistically. Like if you're not paying attention, whatever weather shifts you have can bite you in the ass, man. If
Oh,
Mother
for
Nature
sure.
is doing it, like it's doing it in your house too. If you're not fucking paying attention, so if you're not paying attention to your shit, it can bite you. So
Yeah,
yeah,
and you can get
even if
complacent.
you're in fucking paradise, there's still gonna be some fucking weather shifts.
Absolutely, and and especially if, like you say, you've developed a just plug and play method, and you just keep doing it. Like if you don't pay attention, you'll run into a few disasters, man. Complacency sometimes is a killer.
Oh, dude, speaking of fucking the fungus gnat issues, dude, that
Yeah.
BMI shit that Mac and Merch and we have all been fucking talking about, I haven't seen a fungus gnat in that fucking tent
Fuck yeah, dude.
like they're gone. There was a whole bunch of flies dead in the bottom of the fucking tent around the 3x3 bed. And so those got vacuumed up and wiped up, but I haven't seen a flying gnat in that bed like at all. So between that and the mustard seed meal top dress, they're fucking gone.
Hell yeah, dude. That's a bright spot in another shitty somewhat time, man.
Yeah, that was like that kind of got put on the back burner, and then I just was thinking about it, like, oh yeah, that was another one of the fucking tragedies that just, holy shit, we kicked that's ass like quick.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot to mention. This is the last time I did the Earth box. The last run was you and I both did. I did completely like the build a soil way with basically. I don't think I did it any different other than labs or some other, and I think Photo Plus or some similar stuff like that. But so I'm really excited that I kind of got that baseline, and now I'm gonna do some other stuff and experiment, which is really fun. Hopefully, depending, but probably not gonna do anything with Mango Smile because she's so nitrogen sensitive. Um, but this time I'm also adding SLF 100, right? You are too, aren't you?
Yep, I've been using SLF 100 in the right 4x4. I haven't put it in the other bed yet.
Yeah, so I'm jumping into that, and then there's a couple other stuff I'm trying. I made my own mustard seed meal. I've got I've got a bunch of stuff that I'm trying to do that hopefully should work, and I'm including a lot more silica in this run.
Hell yeah, that's a good
Yeah,
idea, man. Fucking great idea.
yeah, I would recommend it because that Marley's just started toppling towards the end, and that was also partially because they were using each other as support, and I couldn't chop at the same time.
Yeah.
Which I know Mac had that issue too, and as did I. You go from like this great looking tent to like, God damn you, silica next time.
Yeah.
But yeah. So there's some other stuff I'm doing that I'm excited about. I think it's super easy to add on to. I have to, run after run, and I'm excited. We'll see how long every one of them goes.
Are you anticipating using Build-A-Flower, or are you going to use your own top dressing mix?
I'll
Like
probably, well, if
a
I have it,
mix
I'll
of it?
use it still. Yeah, I'll mix. I will include a lot more of the stuff that I make myself, but I've already been doing plenty of, or not too plenty, but I've already been doing some of that. But yeah, like I'll mix it. But if I have it, I might as well use it.
Right on. Yeah, yeah. I was just asking.
Oh no, no, I'm not taking. You didn't offend me, motherfucker. No, I don't give a shit. If it's good stuff, man. If I probably can't make anything that quality, so I'll probably still keep using it.
I fucking man, that's the other thing. Like I use the shit out of mine. I think I got a bag with each of them, and mine like they're gone. So I've used
Oh
it
yeah,
everywhere.
yeah. I'm on my second bag too, and like it's just great shit. So
Hell
there's
yeah.
nothing wrong with if. In fact, we love their products. I encourage people. In fact, one of the guys that I worked with came up to me the other day, and he's like, "Hey man, what kind of soil should I get to grow cannabis in?" And I was like, "Oh shit!" And it started this whole, I got super excited. I'm sure I talked his ear off. And even I was hey, go to Build a Soil if because he wants to do outdoor grow coming up, but he wants to do organic, but he doesn't want to do big pots, and he can't plant into the ground. And so I was like, wow, this is fucking insane. This sounds exactly like what an earth box could be used for.
Yeah.
And so I got him started that way. He unfortunately is also a broadleaf fan. So I was like, well, I don't have much genetics to share with you, but you can get all the stuff that I don't want, I guess.
Right on.
But he's a huge fan of grape and gas. So I will take your recommendations for my little buddy Devin.
I have no grape and gas recommendations for Devin, but
I had some like Cookie Smasher had a lot of grape to it, but I don't really. I think I gave some to Kotz, and I don't really think he wants that. So we'll see.
hmm,
Who knows? There's
curious.
plenty of stuff. He's a young kid. He's super excited.
Righteous. Right on.
Yeah. So that was fun. Other than your garden, do you have any? Are you starting your outdoor garden soon? Other than your garden, let's talk about your garden. What a dumbass
Yeah.
this your co-host is.
Other than the medicinal garden, yeah,
Yeah.
I just man, I haven't really put too much thought into it. I do got to get some time and do some research. So there's going to be some time once everything kind of settles back out in my life. That's when I got to cuz it's getting to be about time to start thinking about popping some seeds here. So, that's the other part of getting that 1 2x4 set up for the cloner. Now my prop tent, I'll be able to get my vegetable starts in there and all the other shit in there too. So it'll be just like a seedling starting tent as well as hopefully a mom tent. I'll be able to keep some moms small in there and
Yeah,
etc.
for sure.
Yeah.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah.
I guess I don't know how close you are to planting. When's your last frost?
Usually mid-May.
Oh shit. Really?
Yeah. Yep.
No, well, no wonder you're not thinking about it.
Yeah. It's a little
Mid-May.
early.
I will say mid-May is about probably the best time there is in the year.
I love mid-May.
Mid-May is fantastic. Right about I'd say like May 9th to about May 13th is good. Specifically around the 12th.
Okay.
Just no reason. I just think that time is perfect.
Love it.
Yeah. Um no, it's really funny. It's like my grandfather's birthdays are May 9th, and then my other grandfather's birthday is May 11th.
No shit.
Yeah, and I'm May 12th.
Nice, man.
Yeah, so but no, May is solid. It's always spring's fun.
I love it, man, because it's really everything changes around here.
I bet.
Yeah,
Blasted winter ends.
yeah. You just start feeling better.
Yeah, nature
there you
returns.
are, sun. Thank you for your radiation.
Yeah, thank you, thank you, thank you. You need
Yeah,
that
no
vitamin
doubt.
D, baby.
Oh, yeah. I've got enough D from Big Green Guy.
Oh God, why it burn yourself? Always.
I didn't know where to go, so fuck it.
Oh, fair enough. Well, how long have we been talking?
About 40 minutes.
That's good enough, I think.
We could do a 40-minute episode as long as you give us some prayers.
Some prayers, a sermon. I got one for you, dude.
Yeah.
This one is something I was thinking about as a kid when I was talking to my dad about something, and I asked like, 'cause- anywho, I won't go into the whole story, but just be wary of anybody who wants to hold power over anybody else. Never trust those so willing to be in charge of others. Anywho, don't be a dick. Mind your own business and go with Frog.
Amen.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, everybody, for listening. Peace.
Peace.